grade 2. How are you doing? I hope everything is fine. So today we have Unit 9, Lesson 3. Please open your main book, page 366. So our lesson is, how does matter change? Do you have any idea about that? Okay, so we can just read this. Deep freeze. What does freezing mean? Freezing changes some properties of water. Ice has its own shape, liquid water does not. Freezing makes water expand, so ice takes up more space than water. Now when we have normal water, which is liquid water, it has a state that is liquid, and water is a matter. Now how does this matter change? Actually, it could change from liquid to solid, from water to ice, like this ice pop over here. An ice pop is mostly water. Here it is frozen solid. So it was like water, you put it in the freezer, and then you have an ice pop. Is it so easy like this? Yes, it is. So what we know now, we know that matter could change. Sorry for the moving camera. I'm just holding it for with my hand so it's clear for you. Okay, moving in here. They said, write the name of something that melts. Let's think about it. You think. Yummy, yummy, something that we like and we eat it in summer. What do you think? Ice cream, super. What else? The ice pop over here. What else? You can have like a lot of answers, and I guess most of them are correct. So you can write anything you want to, okay? Like ice cream, ice pop, whatever else, okay? Ice pop is like this, so you can know how we write it. Now we're gonna pass adding and subtracting. Adding what and subtracting what? We're gonna talk now about adding heat. Can change water. Now we said when we put the water in the freezer, the water freezes, and then we have a new matter. Also, when you're gonna boil the water, like you see, when we boil water, what happens to it? It evaporates. So we have evaporation. Evaporation is the change of water from a liquid to a gas. Okay, this one you really need to know it. When water changes from liquid to a gas, we call it evaporation. And you should memorize this definition, please. So, what is evaporation? Evaporation is the change of water from liquid to a gas in here. So here it is, we have our liquid. When it evaporates, we call it evaporation. Okay, repeat it with me, evaporation. Super. Now we have this fun opposite thing. It's totally the opposite. Condensation. Say it with me. Condensation. What is condensation, teacher? Okay, condensation is the change of water from a gas to a liquid. The opposite. Let's just imagine we boil this water over here, okay? And then you're just gonna cover this, is that a pan? This pan, yeah? Okay, when you're gonna cover it, what's gonna happen to it? Or the pot or whatever it is. When you cover it in the cover, you're gonna see some dots of water that looks like this. What happens to this water? Actually, what happened is when water boils and we have this water in form of gas, when you just close on them, what happens to it? It's gonna become liquid again. So it's basically the opposite of evaporation. If evaporation is the change of water from a liquid to a gas, condensation is totally the opposite, which is condensation is the change from water or of water from the water vapor, which is the gas, to liquid. Okay? Now here and freezing, let's revise it, is when normal water changes from liquid to to what? To solid, because ice is solid. When water changed, let's repeat this quickly together. When water changed from liquid to solid, we call it freezing. Now, when water changed from liquid to water vapor, which is gas, we call it evaporation. Now, totally the opposite. When water changed from a gas to a liquid, we call it condensation. Okay? Interesting. Now, let's move to the exercises. Please try to turn off the video, try to solve them by your own, and then come and check the answers with me. Okay? Okay. Let's start. Circle the answer. They said, what happens when you heat liquid water? I'm sure that you answered correctly. We said when we heat it, it's going to evaporate, so it's evaporation. Super. What happens when you freeze water? What do you think? Does it expand or shrinks? Actually, when we put something on the freezer, it expands. It gets kind of bigger. Okay? It gets kind of bigger. So we're going to say it expands. Super. Now we're going to solve it. They said, write the answer of the riddle. We're going to solve the riddle. You see me as morning dew or wet drops on a glass. I come around when water changed to a liquid from a gas. What am I? Okay, here I'm going to help you a little bit. Listen to this. I come around when water changed to a liquid from a gas. So it changed to a liquid. So it was gas, then it becomes liquid. It's a little bit tricky here. Maybe you're going to say liquid, then gas. Okay, so it's evaporation. No. They said changes to a liquid from a gas. So it was first gas, then it became liquid. Okay, now I guess you're correct. Condensation. Super. Okay, now here, your favorite exercises. Draw a solid before and after it melts. You can draw your favorite ice cream before it melts, when it was solid, and then when it melts, feel free to draw whatever you want to. Okay? Now, I hope that you understood it. It's super easy. But here we have, read the label in each box, write or draw what happens to water during each change. Here, they said changes to water, condensation, evaporation, freezing, and melting. Now, we said condensation is opposite of evaporation. Freezing is the opposite of melting. What we're going to do now is we're going to read the answer of each one. Now, I can't write it by my own, so we're going to use, because of the camera, but we're going to use here, we're going to read the answers together, okay? Condensation, water changed from a gas to a liquid. So, this is its definition. Basically, you can find it in the lesson, we just read it. But anyway, in condensation, water changed from a gas to a liquid. Water vapor turns to water. Now here, evaporation. Evaporation, water changed from a liquid to a gas. Water turns to water vapor. So the opposite. Now we have freezing. And freezing, water changed from a liquid to a solid. Water turns to ice, okay? Or milk to ice cream. Anyway, here, melting. Water changed from a solid to a liquid. So the opposite. Ice turns to water. So those are the examples over here. And we have the definitions. Thank you so much, grade 2, for watching. I knew that it's an interesting lesson, very fun, very easy.